Hello.
What's up, everybody?
How's it
We're
going?
back.
This is weird.
Yeah, you haven't been live in a very long time. 5 months?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I've been live,
you have.
pretty consistently. I took a month off, though. I did take a month off
Yeah.
for a little bit, but
Yeah, this is definitely a little strange, but
we're
here.
back in the saddle again, and we're already joined by Michelle.
Look at that face.
Ken and Mish, where have y'all been? Why don't you ever
We've-
check out any of our videos, Michelle? We never see you comment.
I know.
You just show up for the lives.
Just the lives. That's all right. Yeah, we've kind of been talking about bringing the lives back for the summer.
Yeah, there's going to be the summer of Married with Media.
Right.
Live.
Just because our kids will be, out of school and it'll just be a little bit easier. But I don't know. I was feeling kind of chatty today, and I just had some things that I wanted to talk about with the internet, you guys. So I told Ken, I'm like, we can either finally film another podcast episode or we can maybe go live. And of course, Ken voted for live because it's just a tad bit easier than setting up for the podcast. So anyway, we just kind of spur of the moment.
Yeah, we just put this up, like 50 minutes ago?
An hour ago, yeah.
And you're always worried. You're like, I don't know if anybody's going to join.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. And I'm like, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
matter.
Maybe, people check it out later, but
check it out on the replay. And we got plenty of fans in England, Australia.
Fans.
Check it out.
But yeah, so there, I just thought we'd talk about kind of like what we've been doing on the podcast, just chatting with you guys, letting you know what we've been up to. And there's some topics, of course. And then I thought that we could also talk about some movies that we've watched that we did not do reviews for.
Yeah, we could do that as well.
What do you think about that?
We could. Do you have the list for everything?
Yeah, it's I've got images
and some TV shows.
Yeah.
As well.
I might have a little segment. What's Michelle watching?
Yeah. Well, I'll watch the show too. I mean, you kind of watched it as well. The studio.
I was like messing on my phone as you watched.
Yeah, you weren't too interested. But let's go ahead and get into the chat. Right off the bat, we got a $1.99 super chat from Dimension Scott.
Hey, Dimension Scott.
Who says hello and welcome back. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
That's a very generous welcome back.
Yes, for sure. Thank you.
We also got Christian here. Welcome back.
How's it going, Christian? Thanks for being here.
Trekker Knots.
Trekker Knots.
In the house. We've also got Collector Movie Man. OMG, they're back, and I can't wait for this.
Thank you guys for being here.
Hey, Ken and Michelle, I can't believe you're back. Ken, do you still have your P.O. box? I got rid of the P.O. box.
He got rid of it.
I don't know when. I mean, I might get one back at some point. I'm just not really in a super hurry.
Yeah, it's like as cool as it was for people to send him stuff, it was kind of difficult to find the time to get there.
Yeah, and it was just, I already get enough stuff in, and it just kind of gets overwhelming.
It does.
I'm very thankful, and I got a lot of cool stuff from people, but it's like I made a video last year talking about physical media anxiety, and it's like when you got like 18 packages coming like every week, it just I don't know what to do with it all.
It is a bit much.
I know you guys aren't big fans, but I pre-ordered my Last of Us 2 steelbooks this morning on Groove. That steelbook looked pretty cool, though. It did look cool. We may be talking about The Last of Us.
We might.
Maria's here. Hey, guys, I'm glad you're back. What's up, Maria? We got Cowabunga. Dude, everybody's excited for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming to 4K. Did you hear about this?
I might have saw a post or so.
No official announcement, but yeah, Arrow put out a tease. Maria saw Mission Impossible and Loki and Stitch.
Wow, Loki.
That's the Marvel Disney. I'm sure she meant Lilo.
I'm sure. Yeah, you contributed to the big box office holiday weekend. We'll be chatting about that.
I thought we were gonna go see Lilo and Stitch, and then y'all were like, "Nope."
What? Why would you ever think that?
I just thought we were gonna go see it.
We never once talked about.
I've never seen the original. I could have sworn like we talked about watching the original and then going to see the remake.
I think that might have been your other family because
at one point, it's not that I really want to see it, but I just thought it'd be something for us to go see. I wanted to go see Mission Impossible, but I just didn't get a chance to. It's a damn 3-hour runtime. It's like, damn, you have to make it that long. We got Mama Blu-ray in the chat. What's up, Mama?
How's it going, Mama?
How are you doing? Good to see you back. I haven't seen Mama Blu-ray around as much. Let's see. Geek Strong's here. Hey, everyone.
How's it going?
Got the muscles. We got Adrian James in the house. Hello there.
How's it going, Adrian?
Giving us the Obi-Wan Ewan McGregor. Hello there. Or I guess it could be the Alec Guinness as well. Allie's here. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Allie.
We also got the lives are where it's at.
No?
It says Michelle. That's what I said. What's up, Michelle and Ken and chat? Says
How's
Eli
it going,
Cortez.
Eli?
What's up, Eli? We got Cal L. Daly in the chat. Is Shelly still cutting Kenny's hair? Yes, she is. She just cut it yesterday.
I am.
Yeah.
People
are always like super. It's like a super jarring thing when I get my hair cut because I let it go for so long.
Really? Yeah, he had been asking me to cut it for a few weeks. So I finally said, all right, get in the damn chair. Let's cut this.
It's always funny because I shoot videos so far in advance that my next like 6 videos will have me with hair, and then you'll start to get ones out there. And sometimes I'll put them out in different orders. So I'll have like a video with no hair, and then I'll put a video out with me hair the next day.
With me hair?
With me hair.
With me hair. Are you a leprechaun?
Y'all just have to understand that I just because that's how I get stuff out. You know, I have to batch film stuff and I prepare in advance, and
you're kind of there's a little bit of like strategicness that has to go into
what you
put out.
Like if it's a review or something that I feel like needs to go out, I'll prioritize that versus the 3 videos I already filmed that just aren't as pressing time wise.
But going back to Cal, I just want to thank him for he's been participating in my.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about your movie challenge? We're on day 27.
Well, I mean I kind of talked about it probably in our last podcast episode.
Well, you said it was an Instagram only thing. You haven't even posted it over here.
No, but I can still talk about it. I was just gonna thank him for participating. You know, I've been doing like it's called the Married with Media 30-day movie challenge, and just every day there's a prompt where you just share a movie, whatever the prompt is. And so that definitely has been a lot of work. There's
enlist me to do it for you.
There's been a couple of times where I ended up just doing a post instead of a reel. Like the hard part is that I'm making like reels or whatever, and so those just take a little bit of time. There's been a couple of times where I've just done like a post with a picture, and then there's been a few times where I've asked you to help me.
Like tonight.
And you know, thankfully I am almost done because it's only 30 days and we're on 27. So yeah. I don't know if I'll be doing anything like that again soon, but I just wanted to say thanks to Cal because he's been participating. Even if they're a little, behind, it's okay because I've gotten behind too. So there was one day where I posted like 3. So
it's hard to commit to something like that.
I'm not very good at that, but yeah. So
we got Wilkie in the chat. What's going on,
Corey?
Man? I did see Mission Impossible and Lilo and Stitch. Both are awesome.
She corrected the Loki.
Okay. Eli saying, hate everybody. We got Adrian James said, I've been through the shavers again. We got the Tank Buster in the house. Hey, Ken and Michelle. What's up, Tank Buster?
Going?
Don't forget that, yes, everybody please hit the like button. I would appreciate it. We got the dude who loves movies, Cody in the house. What's up, everyone? Don't forget the roundhouse kick, that like button. Welcome back live. I'll be in and out as I'm still at work. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, dude.
That's
all right. You should be off by now. What time is it?
What is it? He's
4 o'clock.
Yeah, he's like 3 hours behind.
I guess that makes sense. KB loves movies. What's going on, KB?
How's it going,
glad
KB?
To see you back on the big screen. Nice. He's got us on his big screen, his 80-inch.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if KB has an 80-inch.
I was gonna say
he might. She rolled her eyes at the turtle. She must be a Power Rangers fan. I think she is. I think that's true.
I mean, I watched a little bit of Power Rangers, more than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for sure.
You didn't even watch the movies?
Like from the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen them, but no, I mean, I wasn't I wasn't like a turtle fan like you were.
Wow.
That's a boy show. Come on.
Well, that's disappointing that you didn't get your live action movie of the dolls that you played with until just recently.
Yeah.
Barbies.
Barbies.
That's crazy.
You know, with Power Rangers, they had a couple of girls, you know.
They did.
So
Yeah, you had Pink Ranger, Yellow
you know,
Ranger.
you've got what's her name in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the reporter.
April O'Neil.
You've got her, but other than that, it's pretty boyish.
It is.
You know.
Yeah, I won't deny the boyness of it. You know, that's part of the charm.
How's it going, Douglas?
Douglas is here. What's going on, Douglas? We got 4K Media Guy. What's up, Ken and Michelle? How
How's
you doing,
it
man?
going?
Let's see.
Got Jim.
Collector Movie Man saying the last 3 episodes of The Last of Us were really good. The episode before the season finale.
I don't know about that.
We will take your word for it. Jim Powers is here. Hey, everyone. What's going on, Jim? We got Scott Riddle in the house. Ken, can you please bring Michelle for the audits? I need the humor in my life. I'm not spending as much anymore, so I just don't think it'll be as entertaining. I'm just kind of doing it now to hold myself and really hold myself accountable. I used to say that before, but I wasn't truly doing it.
Yeah, as entertaining as they might have been, I do feel like it just wouldn't hit the same anymore.
Yeah.
Because I'm
being responsible.
Right. You know, we're in a recession, guys,
you
right?
spent $350 this month. That's nothing. I remember when you spent $1,300 in a month.
Right. Yeah. No kidding.
Are we officially in a recession?
I don't know.
Is that official?
I keep hearing it. I keep seeing all this like, you know, scary videos popping up. Like, you don't want to know what's coming, and there's going to be a lot of layoffs, and same thing with like COVID. You know, the shelves are going to be empty.
There's a lot of people making a lot of money off of that kind of stuff. But fear mongering is what they call it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Go back up to Cal.
Let's see. You're welcome, Shelly. Having a blast feels refreshing. Strong challenge.
Thanks, Cal. Oh, he says he has the 83 inch.
I thought I remember you saying it's 80 something.
Damn.
KB. I was close.
I'm going to KB's house.
Collector. Yeah, I need to get one of those. Is it a projection, KB? No, he said LG. Holy shit, KB. How much was that? Jeez, not to get personal. I just know what I paid for my 65.
Ken is jealous.
I am. Hey, Michelle, I just want to say I'm sorry I haven't kept up with your movie challenge. I think I only got till I only did 4 movies in the movie challenge I will send you 4.
That's all right.
It's all good. I struggled to keep up as well. I was trying to keep up on my own page.
It definitely didn't become this. It didn't become what I envisioned. I was hoping that, you know, more people would participate. But that's okay. I mean, it's been, you know, kind of fun for me to do. Even though it is hard to keep up with.
And you're good at it, I think. You're good at those shorts because I'm all over the place. I can barely do them. I filmed the one today 8 times.
Well, your problem is you talk too fast.
It is.
Like when I have to edit stuff with you, when I have
That's why I try to do it in one take so you don't have to edit anything.
No, when I have to edit, I edit our stuff and sometimes it's a nightmare because
try being me trying to edit myself.
Ken is just one big long run on. There is no cuts. I'm like, damn, I need to cut this out, but you just don't pause. There's no periods in your in your talking. So
yeah, it's a problem. Williams Reviews is here. What's going on, man?
How's it going, William?
We got Prince, aka the Asian Action Assassin. Everyone's favorite couple are back. Aloha.
Aloha. Thank you for being here.
That's a boys' show. Unless it's Mario, she can take it or leave it.
That's right. Speaking of Mario, I need to give my shirt a moment. Ken actually got this for me for Mother's Day, and I never wore it or posted about it.
It was your Mother's Day gift that you opened a month and a half early.
But it says Super Mommy-O. And actually, there's an image on the back, too. It's got, a mom in a Mario outfit and then, a kid on either side that's supposed to be our son and daughter. And it's got their names on it. So, super cute. So, I just thought I'd wear that tonight. And then I also have a little mushroom hair clip.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It wouldn't be a live stream without Ken burping.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh my God. I don't even realize it anymore.
You don't. That's even worse.
That was like a hiccup.
That was a
That was
burp.
like a cross between
That
a
was a
hiccup
full-on burp.
and that maybe halfway through turned into a burp.
It's so funny because, yeah, he doesn't even know he does it. But one time I joined in on one of his live streams and he did it. And somebody thought he farted. They were like,
It could have been that too.
Ken, did you just fart?
Maybe I did both.
And I'm like, Jesus.
Ken is a responsible collector now, says Jim.
Right.
Far from it. The Vinegar Syndrome sale was this weekend, and I just kept ordering like random movies off of Amazon as well, left and right. So I'm not really responsible. I'm just trying not to buy $80 sets anymore. Yeah. So trying to stick to cheap stuff. Michelle, you recently did a Barnes & Noble hunting. So what was the feeling like doing a hunting vid with your lovely Bruce Willis doppelganger husband, Kenny?
Yeah, we've done a few Barnes & Noble videos together, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't.
She was in the car the other day when I did the Barnes & Noble hunting video.
Yeah, I wasn't like in the video.
That's why I shot outside.
Yeah, I don't go to Barnes & Noble for movies. I go there for books. And there are like little, doodad stuff that they have.
Doodads.
But I think we will be doing a Criterion when they do the Criterion. That's not really how you say it, is it?
It's said many different ways.
Okay, well, I say Criterion. But anyway,
I purposely try to say stuff wrong so I get more comments.
Okay.
Telling me how wrong I'm saying stuff.
Don't say that. You're like rage. It's called rage baiting. But yeah, I think we're gonna do a Barnes & Noble video where we go when they do the Criterion sale, because there is at least one. I feel like there's another one. I feel like there's
Perfect Days.
There's one movie that I want to get that I just like fell in love with, and I just want to go get it. And so yeah, Perfect Days.
Well, I got to get the
and
Sorcerer.
It does have a Criterion.
I got to get Sorcerer, and that's the only one I think I'm planning on getting in July.
Yeah.
Which hasn't come out yet, but you can get everything else.
Okay.
Come on over, Michelle. Mrs. KB and I would love to hang out with you. You're welcome. Go over there.
All right.
It's only, 5-6 hours away?
That's not too bad.
Past St. Louis?
Not too bad at all.
Yeah, we need to go out to that film festival that they all go to every year.
I know. What, Panic? Panic
KB
Fest?
goes every year.
Yeah, I know.
Panic
I see them post about it.
I mean, it's not too far. It's probably 5-6 hours, what I just said.
That's not terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We do need to.
I would love to go to one of those things. Just like
it's just it's challenging.
I don't know if you could handle it though, like back to back movies.
Oh hell no! But I mean, maybe I could go do something else. I don't know.
Yeah.
How's it going, Anthony?
What's going on, Anthony? What's your favorite film to watch together as a couple, and what is your favorite song to listen to together? Hopefully
they don't mind me saying this, but Allie has moved in with Anthony.
Oh, nice.
She
wow. They probably didn't want you to say that.
No.
I haven't seen no video or announcements.
Well, she posted on Instagram. I had talked about it with her before, but I want to say she was, I don't know. Now I'm questioning myself. Were you in Tennessee, Allie? I forget. But anyway, Anthony lives in Michigan, so she made the trek up there. Like she left her, state, and now she's living with Anthony. They have made it official.
Oh man.
But she literally just got there like over the weekend. So
Tennessee to Michigan. That's got to be a pretty big change.
But no, wait, Tennessee's below us because she had to go through Kentucky. And she said that when she drove through Kentucky, she thought about us. So
we're somewhere in here.
But anyway, yeah, congratulations. To answer your question, again, hopefully you guys don't mind me blasting that all over the internet. I'm sure you don't. But favorite film to watch together? Honestly, like a comedy, I would say. We really like to watch This Is 40. I feel like we both really enjoy that movie. Anything Adam Sandler.
We wanted to watch The Heartbreak Kid recently because we hadn't seen it in a while, but it's not on streaming. And I don't own it.
Wow, what a failure. You've let us down several times, honestly.
I gotta look up the Blu-ray. How much is the Blu-ray?
But yeah, so a comedy for sure. Just because, I feel like laughing is just like fun to do together, you know?
It is fun to do together.
Yeah.
Oh, the Blu-ray's
And
only $7.50. I'm gonna get it.
nice. And then favorite song to listen to together? We don't really listen to music together. I love music.
We have pretty different tastes.
Yeah. So we don't really listen to music together, but that's okay. We still love each other.
Yeah, we do. That is true. In the meanwhile, send me the list of challenges. I need one for next month. Oh, KB wants to take your challenges.
Oh, well, it was for the month of May, KB. Are you gonna make it a June challenge?
Oh, was it like May? It was for May, like the challenge said May.
Oh, I mean, it's just what I
Well, it
made
was 31 days, so yeah, it wouldn't work in June. You have to
No,
cut it.
my challenge my challenge was only 30 days, and I even said that. Like, I know May has 31 days, but
we have to add a random one. I haven't got any physical media in the last couple of years. Couldn't get any movies without any storage. Best Buy is my go-to place until they said no more movies. I get it, man. I get it. I miss the in-store shopping experience. Shout outs to My Girl 1 and 2. Yeah, we did watch My Girl the other night.
just the first one.
Yeah, we did not watch 2.
FBs.
Yeah, we traumatized our kids. I did not want to watch it, but you just for some
He
reason
didn't.
got a wild hair up your butt.
I just feel like it's like a rite of passage to watch that. I feel like our kids were at a good age to watch it. They're 10 and 14, and so yeah, it was kind of funny though, because our son, who is 14, whenever it, spoiler alert,
14, I was like 6 when I watched that movie.
whenever it got to the part though where he dies from the bees, our son was like, wait, no, did he really just die? Like, he was like kind of shocked and just like pissed off.
Because they don't do that kind of stuff anymore.
Yeah. He's like, wait, no, what? He's like, he really died? And I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's the kind of shit we grew up with.
but yeah, I feel like, they didn't like love it by any means, but I feel like, it was fine. I think the next movie that I really want to watch with them is the Brady Bunch movie. Well, there's 2, right?
There is 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to. I might just go ahead and order those with Heartbreak
Yeah,
Kid.
we still got to get our hands on it.
Throw the budget out the window.
But yeah, the Brady Bunch movies, I just always really enjoyed those 2. And so I want to watch those with them.
Yeah, I think that double pack's like $16 or something.
Yeah, we looked that up.
Kim burp sounds like farts.
Apparently, when you're live streaming.
I don't think that's what. I think it was somebody just messing around.
Not shit a brick.
It was probably my chair that they heard because it squeaks sometimes. Evening to all.
No, I think they were just like making a joke.
Or should I say triple A? You guys should definitely come to Detroit. I would hang out with you guys if you did. You're in Detroit, Collector Movie Man?
Yeah, I knew he was in Michigan.
Yes, coming to Kansas City for Panic Fest in April. Yeah, I'd have to look up where Kansas City is. Like, I know we're 4 hours away from.
Oh, dang, that's like basically a year away.
From St. Louis. I think, is Kansas City close to Kansas? It's still in Missouri, though.
Well, heck, I know that Bob invited us to go to the Tennessee thing in April as well for next year.
Yeah.
Well, he was like, I'm going to just go ahead and tell you now so you can't say that we didn't invite you.
Well, we'll have to go down there and then come up to Missouri.
He said more like 7.5 to 8 hours.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. See, for some reason, I'm always thinking y'all are by St. Louis, but yeah, I guess you're closer to Kansas City, which is further. Did the kiddos get traumatized when they watch My Girl? Yeah, pretty much.
Not too bad.
Let's see.
Are you okay?
I love My Girl.
You're slowing down a little
I'm trying to get through it. Let's see. Welcome back, guys.
Oh, my.
Hey, I'm getting better. I stopped before I said it.
You can't say that word on the internet.
Meeting Tobin Bell, Cole Sprouse, and Isabel Furman from Orphan this weekend. Nice. Cool. Nice. That's a good lineup. What's Cole Sprouse there for? What horror movie was he in?
Or
was he just
he was in the Frankenstein. Lisa Frankenstein?
Oh, yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was.
I don't know if that's why he's there, but
I have to get Atreyu and Artax. It's funny because my sister saw that we watched My Girl and she asked if I exposed them to Never Ending Story yet. Because I don't even know if you've seen those movies, but there's a very traumatizing scene involving a horse in the
what
first Never Ending
movies?
Story. Never Ending Story.
Oh, but what is this? Get list and what? What is that word?
What are you talking about? Atreyu and Artax.
What I don't know what that means.
Atreyu is one of the characters, the warrior, and Artax is his horse.
Oh, okay.
Artax.
Those are foreign words to me.
Evening You Two says no bad movie. What's going
How's
on?
it
No
going?
bad movie. So my family wanted to buy a Minecraft movie on digital. I succeeded in talking them into waiting for the physical copy.
Oh, very nice.
Let's see. I live in a
my
place
God.
called St. Clair. Well, I can't. I don't want to read where you live on the internet. Collector Movie Man. Jeez Louise. Sunrise on the Reaping case got stacked already. Let's go. Says Hunger Games. Or hashtag Hunger Games.
Yeah, we still need to watch the most recent one.
I'm going to be honest. I'm having a very hard time reading right now for some reason.
Are you okay?
No. It's just bright.
Okay.
These
You want me
lights
to
are
take
bright.
over? You're not having like a stroke, are you?
No, I'm not having a stroke.
Okay.
I'm not having a stroke.
It needs to make a video. It's been a minute. I get lazy. Yeah, I feel you.
I haven't seen you make one in a while, man.
Is the movie The Peacemaker getting a 4K release?
Just Blu-ray as far as I know. I don't think they've announced the 4K.
The Peacemaker's a movie?
It's a TV show.
Yeah, I know, but he said the movie.
Is the movie The Peacemaker? Oh, you're not talking about the John Cena show. You're talking about The Peacemaker. Yeah,
pay attention.
It's getting a 4K. Nicole Kidman, George Clooney. Yeah, there's a 4K coming out. It's coming out in June. I talked about that on the Physical Media Report.
All right, I think we're caught up here. I bought Scent of a Woman, Law-Abiding Citizen, and Uncle Buck on 4K yesterday.
I need to get that Law-Abiding Citizen.
Very nice. Okay, let's get into some topics here.
What topic are we going to cover first?
I don't know.
Box office?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Just like old times.
Just like old times. And we just happened to come back during the biggest box office weekend
a bit bigger
of all time.
If you can.
You want us to be bigger? Smaller?
That's better.
Or up here?
That's better.
Okay. This is the biggest Memorial Day weekend box office of all time.
Apparently.
Not adjusted for inflation, but as far as the money amounts. But Lilo and Stitch came in number 1 with 183 million. Keep in mind this is 4 days. This is not 3 days.
Right.
And then you got Mission Impossible Fallout, 77 million. And Final Destination Bloodlines at 23.9 million. And I think that Thunderbolts was right after that. And then I want to say Sinners was in top 5 still. And that's the weekend box office. What do you think of this? Lilo and Stitch.
I mean, honestly, I know that you thought that Lilo and Stitch was going to do good. I mean, yeah. I feel like I'm a little surprised by how well it did. I just kind of felt like the Disney live action movies just haven't like really been doing that great. And I know that there's a big fan base for the Lilo and Stitch movies, but I don't know. I didn't think it was going to do as this well, but it could be because it was the holiday weekend and people were looking for something to do. I would be curious to know.
Well, by comparison, just a couple of years ago, Little Mermaid came out Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
And I believe over the 4 days it made 120.
Okay.
So this made 183. So just
I feel like Lilo and Stitch though is kind of more like Universal.
Yeah.
As opposed to the Little Mermaid. I feel like the Little Mermaid, like you kind of can put it more into like the girl gender, Whereas Lilo and Stitch, I feel like is more like, little boys and girls both like it. I don't know.
Yeah. And it's funny because have you ever seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it, but I've just never been a big fan. Like
I've never seen it.
We were older when it came out. Yeah, this
was any like cartoon or kids thing that came out from like 99 to 2003. I I wasn't watching. I was a
Yeah, I
teenager and
mean,
I was too cool for that.
right.
It wasn't until years later, like when we started dating, like we went to go see Incredibles and Shark Tale. Like we were seeing all the animated movies together.
Yeah, which would have been around the time that this.
No, this would have been like 2 years before that.
When did it come out?
2002.
Okay.
2002.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little surprised at how well it did. I know that as far as the Mission Impossible movie, that's do you think that that's under what Tom Cruise was probably hoping for, or
I mean, it's a good amount it's the highest grossing. I think it's the highest of all the Mission Impossible movies.
is it?
Even like the 3-day, I think it made a little bit over 60. So it's the highest grossing Mission Impossible film.
Okay.
I think the second one, like adjusted for inflation, is the highest grossing, but
I mean, I feel
the
like
budget on these is what kills them. It's
right.
like I don't know what the budget was. I think I saw it was like 400 million.
What did you read that 30% went to his
yeah,
Tom Cruise's,
I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah, he read that like 30% went to Tom Cruise's, salary for the movie.
Tom is like everything on these movies. Like he's the producer, he's the actor, he's the stunt man.
Here you have an eyelash and it's bugging me.
Oh my god. I'm gonna get bugged by an eyelash.
Why? I keep looking at it.
But no, he does all the jobs. He does multiple jobs. So I don't know if that's worth $120 million, but it is what it is, I guess.
I mean, I feel like for a 3-hour movie, I mean that's pretty good.
It's not bad. I mean, Oppenheimer was 3 hours. It made 80 million. So,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know if this has some legs. I can't remember what comes out next weekend. It might be able to truck through June and make some of its money back. It definitely opened better than the last one.
Yeah, and then as far as Final Destination goes, was this the second weekend?
This was when did we see it?
Third.
We saw it last Sunday, right? Yeah, this was the second weekend.
So do you feel like that's good or no?
It had a drop off of like 60%, which is pretty normal for horror. I mean, it had a very strong opening, like above 50 million. It already made its money back, I'm pretty sure. So
well, I did.
Everything it makes now is like icing on the cake.
I don't think that I clipped it, but I did see that this Final Destination movie is the highest grossing in the franchise.
Yeah. So it's already hit all those milestones. I'm sure. I mean, of course, they want to make more money, but like given like the competition, what it had to go up against, two big, huge movies. I mean, this is like a Barbie like Oppenheimer situation, pretty much. So yeah, it makes sense. It dropped off a little bit.
Yeah.
For sure. But that's the box office.
All right. I think, let me see here. Yeah. We'll just go on to this because it is related. So I just shared this Cinemark because those are the theaters. That's the theater that we typically go to here.
Yeah.
So I follow them. And so they shared this. So I just thought it was kind of cool. But they said that Cinemark breaks records for Memorial Day weekend, highest grossing 4-day box office, best domestic film opening ever with Lilo and Stitch, all-time high food and beverage revenue, biggest weekend for Cinemark XD premium large format, and best ever 3-day weekend for D-Box motion seats.
Yeah.
Which we don't have those here, right?
No. Now I was trying to see, this is the thing is I wanted to see Mission Impossible in XD because I've been enjoying the XD theaters.
Right.
And there were no showings for it because Lilo and Stitch got all the XD theaters.
Yeah.
And the only XD was like at 10:40 at night.
Yeah.
So that's why I was kind of like wanting to go see it, and then I didn't. Because
it's like
I wanted to see it like in the
biggest, 3 hours,
the biggest screen I could besides IMAX. But I didn't want to go out to that theater.
Yeah.
But Lilo and Stitch had all the XD, and I couldn't see Mission Impossible unless I wanted to go freaking 10:40 at night, stay at the theater till 2:30 in the morning. Which I'm too old for that shit. So
are you though? Yeah, Ken. He's been, except for this weekend, you kind of got back in your old habits.
But a little bit.
Yeah, you've been mostly going to bed much earlier lately.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's like the box office updates. Yeah, so this is what's next. And I think we've talked about this before in one of our, other live streams, but we are getting a Harry Potter TV series.
Yeah.
It's going to be a TV series on HBO. And they
HBO
have
Max.
HBO Max. Yeah, let's
We
not
didn't
get
get to cover
into
that story, but yeah.
let's not get into HBO changing their name back or whatever. But yeah, so today they have shared the, three main characters of Harry Potter. If you're a Potter fan out there,
If you're a pothead.
if you're a pothead, as they call them, so you can probably kind of figure out who these guys are supposed to be. But I just thought that this was kind of interesting because I think we've mentioned this before. Like, Harry Potter's fine to us. We actually haven't even seen all of them. We definitely didn't get like in we didn't jump on the Harry Potter hype train for sure.
Yeah, Order of the Phoenix was the last one I saw, and I didn't even watch all that. I remember falling asleep, and then I've seen the first Fantastic Beasts, and that's it.
Yeah. So, but HBO Max shared, the actors who are going to be playing the main characters, and they pretty much immediately had to turn their comments off.
Yeah.
Because people had stuff to say about the people that they casted for these roles. And, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I actually didn't get to see a lot of the comments. I think, though, there have since been other pages that have shared, and they did not turn their comments off. So I think if we went into there, we could see some of the comments, what people are saying. But I'm pretty sure it has to do with the girl who's playing Hermione. That's how you say it, right?
Yeah.
Hermione. I think I can't really tell if she's like Indian or Hawaiian, or I don't know. I'm not good with like ethnicities, but people are basically just saying, that this is not what Hermione looked like, at least in the movies.
Well, it's like I just think that stuff's kind of silly. I mean, I don't care about this at all, but it's like these are fictional characters from
That's
like
true,
a book.
but some people would argue that in the books they describe what people look like, and so when they don't look like it, you get into the whole woke stuff, propaganda, political, all that kind of stuff. Just like
this whole franchise is like tainted and toxic anyway
because of
who wrote the books, which is like she's like on the side of that.
Right. J.K.
Rowling.
J.K. Rowling. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know all the details with her and like what her deal is, but I know people hate her and they're all for like boycotting everything she does.
Yeah, she definitely.
If you support this, then you support blah, 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 blah. It's like, I wouldn't even want to like talk about this.
Yeah.
Like, I already don't want to watch it because I just don't care about Harry Potter. But like, if I was interested, I wouldn't even want to talk about this on the internet because it's just like, you think The Last of Us is like toxic. Like, this is like freaking dipping your head in a vat of toxic waste.
I was trying to see. They may have, tried to clean up the comment section.
Was it on IGN?
No, HBO.
Because I saw a post too. The only thing I saw in the comments was people complaining about J.K. Rowling.
Well, no, HBO shared it, and they're the ones that turned their comments off. But other people have shared it, like IGN, and their comments are not turned off. So, but yeah, you're always going to have people who, are going to have an opinion about it. And it kind of gets into, without like offending anyone or whatever. Like I'm just talking here. I'm not saying that I think one way or another, but it's just kind of like, when you get into like, I don't know, like with the was it with Star Wars or something? Wasn't there like something controversial with that? Like they casted someone who, I don't know, or just like when they, take a beloved character, and then they decide to make it, they decide to make the character gay, or, like they change something that is a big like identity
Yeah.
to the character, and I get like that upsetting people. It's like sometimes they change things to kind of diversify um the show or movie. Do you know what I mean? So I get like, if for, this for instance, where it's a book and you're used to it being one thing, and then maybe they change some stuff about it. Like I get that, but you know, sometimes too though, they don't have to stick like completely to the original script. Like they can
Yeah.
change it and
Well, the
make it
way I see
different.
it,
And
it's like comic book characters, like you see them on the pages, but they change that stuff around all the time too.
yeah, the Rings of Power, that was another one. How they had like black elves and stuff like that, right? Wasn't that like something?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were talking about how like there couldn't be any black elves because of something with the
But
K.
that's just silly. Like these are fictional like characters. There's elves aren't real. So why would you even
That's
get mad
true,
about that?
but you have to understand that like these are like big, like, what do you call it? Like, like Star Wars, Harry Potter, or Lord of the Rings. Like those are big.
Yeah.
What do you call that?
I get what you're saying. It can feel like you're
Fandom. It's
just
it's a
doing it to do it.
yeah, and like these big, I can't think of the word that I'm trying to like, what's
Franchise.
franchise, or I don't know, whatever.
IP.
IP, yeah. Like when like these things, they have a massive fan base, and like we're talking like hardcore, fan base. And so people don't like it when you fuck with their stuff.
Well, Star Wars fans don't like anything. So,
What do you mean?
I mean, Star Wars fans are the most toxic fandom there is,
You
probably.
think? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not a Star Wars fan, so.
I mean, I don't even watch the stuff anymore, so it could matter to me. I could care less. But like when The Last Jedi came out, like people were very precious about how they handled Luke Skywalker as a
Right.
character,
Yeah.
and just getting very like volatile and violent like online.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I get like I know what you're saying, like it's at the core of it, it's very silly, obviously. Like it's not that serious.
I mean,
But I'm
it
just
isn't.
I
It
feel like
isn't.
it's an interesting topic, is all I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's, I'm not saying I agree or disagree
Well, I
or
mean,
whatever.
I
I'm
I
kind of
have that problem with like Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween. Like
yeah,
I was very pissed off when I saw that movie because of how they treated Michael Myers as a character, from
yeah,
showing him being a little kid and actually putting motivation behind what he did. Like those are the kind of things that, like, when you fundamentally change a character for the worse,
mm-hmm,
in my opinion, then I just don't get why you would do it to begin with.
yeah,
This Harry Potter thing just seems silly to me from the get-go, because this is like they're 20-year-old movies. Like we just got
yeah.
them. And that franchise just completed like 13 years ago. Like why do we already need to reboot this? It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I think that like
So like
again,
nobody's gonna accept this. Like nobody cares. It just happened. It's like rebooting Game of Thrones. Like it just ended. So why would you do it again?
yeah. I just think, um because there were books, and because there was the movies, people, they have it in their head what these people look like or should look like. And so
The problem is they cast the kid who looks like just like Ron Weasley.
right,
They cast the kid that looked just like Harry Potter, and
right.
then the girl they changed.
And the girl,
So people are just gonna get upset. But also it's like, well, why keep them the same? We just got that. Let's try a different version. But then it's like, well, why'd you keep these two the same and then you change this one?
yeah.
So,
And I mean, yeah, it's something as simple as like her having like a slightly different skin color. Like, yes, that's very silly. Or I mean, obviously I
didn't
guess
she have red hair?
I guess no. It's brown.
I thought it was like a reddish. Maybe I'm thinking of the other girl. There was another girl. It was like Ron Weasley's sister or something.
Well, that would make sense. He has red hair, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, like she does look like you know, she belongs in like even Lilo and Stitch or Moana or something. You know what I mean? Like she has some nice golden skin or whatever. But like again, I didn't get to read like all of the comments or anything. But there were some comments who are like, guys, remember these are children that you're talking about. Like it's okay. So anyway, I just thought it was kind of, you know, an interesting topic. You know how that goes.
That's why you got to be a terrible parent to let your kid be cast in any of these.
Right. Ooh.
Selling
I mean, yeah,
selling your kid out to the internet, and
I can't imagine like that little girl like seeing comments about,
yeah,
you know,
just completely screwing them up mentally just because you want to make a couple $1 million off of them starring in a show.
But I mean, these kids might really want to be actors, so you can't like.
Yeah, I get that.
Anyway. Okay, so you know we got to talk about The Last of Us, even though we
from
you know,
one controversy to the next.
Even though we're haters. So if you saw our video talking about, you know, we were trying to watch this season 2 of The Last of Us, and then we just kind of gave up. We just weren't feeling it. We didn't want to waste any more time watching it. And so anyway, they just had their finale this past Sunday, and the views were down. And I just thought it was kind of funny because HBO, you know, they basically blamed it on being the holiday weekend, and you know, they came out and said that they expect that the numbers will grow significantly.
Everybody's done cooking out by 9 p.m.
Right.
They're ready to sit down and watch some TV. They just didn't want to watch your show.
I just thought it was funny because, like us, I do think that people, the show has kind of fizzled out for them, and people are walking away from it. It's not turning out to be,
oh, for sure,
what they thought. And so,
I mean,
yeah.
the game already split the fan base. Like everybody loves the first Last of Us game. That's almost universally loved. And then the second game split the fan base. Half of them hated it, half of them loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the show comes out, and most people liked it, I would say, to love it. And then there was a group of people that didn't think it was as good as the game.
Right.
And then the second season of Last of Us comes out, and then it's like, it feels like 75-25. Like 75% hate it and 25% think it's okay to love it.
You think? You know? Yeah. So anyway, I just thought that was kind of funny. I just thought it was funny. Do you think it's funny? I think it's funny.
I think it's funny because the show is not very good. But you know what? If you like it.
Oh, no. How do I come back?
Right here. Are you trying to bring up another topic?
No, I'm trying to bring us back.
Oh, click the big one.
Well, you messed up too. Okay, let's read some comments, and then that was it for our TV is gonna start talking. You didn't star anything, did you?
I did not. I never star.
Or I took over, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. We'll read some more comments, and then we're gonna chat a little bit about like some stuff that we've been watching. And then we'll, you know, get out of here. Let's see here. Cody says 23.9 million for a horror is pretty good for a horror movie that has been out for a couple of weeks. I mean, that's what I thought.
No, it's definitely a good haul.
Kevin loves the vlog that we did at Half Price Books. Well, thank you. I mean, he's talking about ours, right? Mm-hmm. Guys, don't even get me started about that vlog. You know, I literally was pretty much in an argument with someone who commented that we weren't real thrifters. And I know it's the internet and people are stupid. And I realized pretty quickly that this guy was just being a troll, being an asshole. I mean, I don't even think he was being a troll. Like he was very serious. And anyway, he said that we were not real thrifters and that there are real thrifters out there who thrift real good. Thrift real good. And he was like, you think Half Price Books and Barnes and Noble is a thrift store? And I'm like, well, first of all, I mean, Half Price Books.
Half Price Books is
a
thrift
secondhand.
store. Yeah, it is
Yeah.
a thrift store.
And I was like, and I literally said in the video, I know Barnes and Noble is not a thrift store, but we ended up here anyway.
It doesn't matter. You can say whatever you want.
It doesn't matter.
They're still going to say what they want.
But anyway, he said that we sucked basically, and I ended up just blocking him because he was literally just like going back and forth with me about being a real thrifter, and we are garbage. And so anyway,
yeah, people like that, I've gotten to the point where they're just gone if they act like that. The problem is that those people, and they're probably watching now, is they'll create like 15 accounts and just keep logging into the different accounts and commenting different crazy things.
That's sad.
And you can always tell because you're like, oh, shitty comment. Click on the name. The account was made 5 minutes ago. And it's like, okay. I know what's going on.
That's fun. Let's see. Mordom never goes to the movies. That's all right.
Well, that's okay. There's a lot of good stuff on TV and on physical media.
We have shit stain in the chat.
Hell yeah. What's up? What's up?
4K Media Guy says, does Cinemark take 40 minutes of trailers for movies to start like AMC? Yes.
No, it's like 35.
Yes, they do. It literally makes me want to.
I do think AMC is a little worse. I think it's 20 minutes. If it's legitimately 40 at AMC, I think it's 20 minutes at Cinemark.
It's terrible. Yeah, no one excited for the new Harry Potter. We got Dark Room reviews. Hey, folks, how's it going? Lopez says, these are the new potheads. As big as Pokemon is, I'm surprised there ain't more Pokemon movies. Yeah, I know. I wonder why there hasn't been any more.
Oh, you talking about Detective Pikachu? Something like that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember how that movie did.
I don't care for the casting. Tell me a good story. Yeah. Toxicity. Yeah.
I mean, look, if it comes out and it looks pretty good, it might be great. They might be better than the originals.
Toxic waste, says Mike. Some people's comments are toxic waste. Sometimes, excuse me. Look, now I'm burping. You're rubbing off on me.
Burping nasty.
Yeah, for sure. I remember when people saw Rings of Power Backlash before it aired, and fans were right that it was gonna suck. Yeah, we never didn't we watch like one episode of that and we just like couldn't get into it, or we didn't really give it a chance.
Yeah, it just sucked. I mean, I didn't care who was casted as what.
It's like when you're comparing it to the Lord of the Rings movies, it just not. It just feels very different, which is fine, I guess, but I don't know. I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I grew up reading the books and then grew up with the movies. I graduated college when the final movie came out, and I also graduated high school when the last book came out. Awesome. Jason was here. Silver Surfer is an example people were complaining at first about. Yeah, I'm still unsure about that. Julia Garner as the Silver Surfer.
I'm still unsure if she's a good actress or not. Anything other than Ruth and Ozark.
Same, yeah. And it sucks too because she's in that new movie Weapons, which I really want to see. And she's like a main character. So it's like, I hope she's okay in it.
Yeah.
Rings of Power didn't suck though. All right. People take these movies too serious. It's just entertainment, not real life. Not my Harry Potter. Okay. Is that a hashtag going around? Not all movies are meant for entertainment. I think what takes it to toxic levels is when the fans attack those playing the characters. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you about that actress from Star Wars.
Yeah, I think
that's what you were thinking of, Kelly Marie Tran.
Right.
Is that her name? Tran?
Kelly Trans.
Because we watched that movie on Hulu with her in it, and that's the first thing I'd seen her in since The Last Jedi. And I was like, yeah, they bullied her so bad that she had to get off of the internet.
That's terrible. Yeah, I definitely don't agree with that.
But they did the same thing to Daisy Ridley too, just because she was a strong female character. People got mad about that.
I agree. It's way too early for Harry Potter. They probably do it to attract new fans, which also hurts them because they lose original fans. True.
But those movies, like they're still like they're new. Like they still look good production wise. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no need to update those.
Yeah,
You could wait like 20 years.
It doesn't seem like it's been long enough. Watch the first Harry Potter in cinemas just because my girlfriend at the time wanted to watch it.
Sure.
Hard for me to separate the creator from the art with Harry Potter now too.
Yep. J.K. Rowling's pretty wild.
Yep. Last of Us 2 doesn't exist for me. The first game was all I needed.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Did you guys watch the trailer for Welcome to Derry?
No, but I'll be watching that.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either. But it seems like it might be all right.
Yeah, I mean it's Bill Skarsgård's.
You're not real scalpers. The burning question: will we be back next week?
Maybe. Possibly.
Maybe. LMAO.
This is what I'm talking about, people creating multiple accounts. This guy wrote the exact same comments and I banned the name.
I'm sorry. See, I'm bad about
Yeah. Well, you were telling me I was going slow earlier, and it's because I was screening the comments.
Okay. My bad.
And then all you gotta do here, let me show you how to do this. He'll just come back again and say the same thing.
All right. We got Plainview. I don't know if we've seen him yet or her. I don't know what you are, but the star of Gladiator 2 said that the Hollywood is pushing out traditional masculine characters. It's pretty much an admission as to how woke they are. Gladiator 2 was meh. We never saw it, actually. We still haven't seen it. Maria says, I think the kids look cute for Harry Potter. And Derry looks good. Yeah. Hopefully Derry's going to be on HBO too, right? Is it an HBO show?
Yeah.
I think it
HBO
is. Yeah.
Max.
So hopefully it is not bad.
HBO Max is going downhill.
Okay, can you bring that back up for me, please, sir? All right, we're going to chat about a few movies that we just never made reviews for. I thought, why not, you know?
Mickey 17 was the first one.
So we finally got to see Mickey 17. This one was actually on my most anticipated list. I can't remember what number it was, but I was definitely excited to see it. I thought that it looked cool originally. And then they released that like last trailer, and then it looked like it was a little out there, and then I kind of lost a little bit of my excitement. And then, you know, of course, you've got the internet who said that it kind of was a little out there. And, you know, I don't know, maybe middle to third act, I don't know, kind of takes a different turn, I guess. But anyway, I'm just going to say, I actually didn't hate it. I was afraid that I was really not going to like it after everything I was hearing. No, it wasn't as good as I was hoping. But it still ended up being better than I
anticipated.
Yeah, like after losing the excitement. It's saying a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't hate it.
Yeah, I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
I didn't it just kind of meandered a lot. I don't know. I mean,
it
was a cool setup and everything.
It did.
But it didn't go like quite as crazy as I thought it was going to.
Yeah.
Which could be a good or a bad thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how you look at it.
What did you think about Robert Pattinson in it?
Good, I guess. I mean, I know Robert Pattinson's a really good actor, so I would never blame him for anything, but his character is kind of strange acting and has some weird quirks.
His voice.
I can't say like I enjoyed the character all that much, but at the same time, like I don't think that's his fault. Like that's how he's being directed.
Right.
And I know Bong Joon-ho just has this like weird, quirky sensibility as a filmmaker.
Yeah.
And I just can't really get on the same wavelength with him and his comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I like Parasite a lot because he doesn't bring a lot of the comedy into that one. That's pretty straightforward. I mean, there's some comedy in it, but it's a pretty straightforward like drama thriller.
Yeah.
But like Oakja was not a big fan of, and this gave me a lot of Oakja vibes
Well,
as well.
for me, I didn't really like the Mark Ruffalo's character. I don't know what he was playing. He was playing like some kind of
Yeah, everybody was just.
He wasn't like a president, but he was running.
Well, he's basically like a failed politician
Yeah, he was
that
some
was
kind of.
trying to start his own colony
Mhm.
and his own group of followers.
Yeah, like he was playing a very annoying character, kind of like how he was in what was it
Poor
called? Poor
Things.
Things. Yeah, just very very over the top. And then what's her name? His wife, Colette.
Tony Collette.
Tony Collette is playing like his wife. And both of them, it was just giving me like Hunger Games. Like, you know, like the rich people in Hunger Games, like the ones that like Elizabeth Banks plays and stuff.
Yeah.
Just that like really weird, over the top, just weird weird behavior. It was giving me like those kind of vibes.
Yeah.
But anyway, I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
It could have gone a little bit differently, and I would have liked it more. And I did think that the little creatures were cute, though. I don't remember what they were called, but they kind of look like roly-poly little roly-polies. I thought they were cute.
Yeah, as far as like movies that have, you know, an actor playing two different roles, I would give it to Sinners before this one.
Oh, okay.
You know, I think Michael B. Jordan did a better job. Again, not saying Robert Pattinson did a bad job, but
yeah,
I enjoyed that performance more.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right, moving right along here. We watched Netflix's new Fear Street. What do you call it?
Prom Queen.
Well, I know it's called Prom Queen, but like they added another Fear Street to the collection.
Yeah. But not a group of three this time. Just
not a trilogy this time. Prom Queen, yeah. Ken is on a different wavelength with this one. I did not care for this movie.
Well,
I thought it was
getting like really beat up on the internet. And
I mean, rightfully so.
I don't, but it's not meant to be taken that seriously. Why are people like acting like this is supposed to be like some great like horror movie? This is like a movie that would come out in the 80s, just a stupid, silly slasher. And I don't know. I thought it was perfectly fine.
But we're not in the 80s, so.
I get that, but the movie's in the 80s, and the movie's clearly trying to capitalize off all the tropes that were established during that time. It's trying to do that.
You admitted that you only liked it because of all the music.
The music was great. It had a great soundtrack. It had some fun references. I like the zombie poster on the wall. You know, there's some cool stuff in there.
The movie had no setup at all.
I just don't think it was that bad. Like it's not worth getting mad about. I see people making thumbnails like, "Oh my god, this is just the worst ever." And I'm like,
you can't use that excuse though. This movie's not supposed to be good. Like that is the dumbest. I liked this movie because it's not even supposed to be good. No, like they wanted people to like this movie.
I said it's not supposed to be. It's not meant to be taken seriously.
Okay,
I feel like people taking it too seriously. It's just a dumb slasher movie.
That has nothing to do with it. I can appreciate it. I can meet a movie where it's at, and this movie was not good.
To me,
it was very like they had no setup at all. Like they just like threw us into this movie, and like we've got the main character, and you get just a little slice of like what her story is, and I'm like, I just don't give a crap. And that's fine because, you know, it is a horror movie and whatever, everybody dies or something. But I just didn't like it. I thought it was pretty boring.
Maybe I'm just a sucker for prom horror movies because I love Carrie. I love Prom Nights.
Yeah, I didn't care for it.
I mean, the only thing I'll say is that the reveal you could see coming like a mile away.
Oh, yeah.
And we called that like within the first 15, 20 minutes of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
But then I got to thinking about it. I was like, I feel like they wanted you to know like what the reveal was. I don't really feel like they were trying to hide it that hard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And you also thought that the killer looked cool, and I thought it was
Well,
extremely
it was a homage
generic.
to, I think, Alice Sweet Alice, which again goes back to the references. And I just watched that because you had the yellow raincoat and the mask kind of looked a little similar. It was a little bit more clear in that, but I don't know. It looked it was
Honestly,
more black in this one, but I don't know. And it was a red raincoat.
honestly, the killer reminded me of like a Squid Game character.
Yeah.
Which I love Squid Game, and like those guys work in the Squid Game show for me. But as a killer in this, I don't know.
I just don't get what makes this movie so bad and the other Fear Street movies so good, because everybody loved those, and I thought they were just okay.
I feel
just
like
I think this one's just okay.
I don't know. I just feel like there was like more story in those.
Too much story, like to the point where they were taking themselves too seriously, and it just took me out of it.
I don't know. I will say that there was a
the
part.
One at the summer camp I liked. I like that one probably as much as I like this one. Yeah. The other two I thought were a little bit over.
I will say though, there's a, hopefully you guys don't care, spoiler, whatever. But there is a kill, like there is a kill in this movie where the killer cuts this guy's hands off and he's trying to get out of the room. He's trying to open the door and he's just got little nubs. And I just thought that part was funny. It like zooms in on him like trying to open the door, but he's got little nubs. And so
I don't know. It just sometimes, I guess, when I see a bunch of people beating up on a movie that I just don't think is that bad or deserves that, it just makes me want to like it even more. I guess that's the contrarian in me. It is. But I think it's fun. If you like 80s horror, like if you're big into Collecting Vinegar Syndrome and Scream Factory horror titles and stuff, I'd say check it out. The only thing that really bothered me about it was the CGI. I just didn't think the CGI was necessary. They could have went practical with all that stuff. Yeah. CGI blood. It's just, don't do that.
All right. So we also checked out Last Breath. This, is based on a true story. We were like trying to figure out what these divers do when we were watching it. But I don't know.
They're digging for gold.
There's like pipe, there's pipes in the ocean.
Oil drillers.
No. There's like piping in the ocean and they have to like go down in there and like maintenance it and stuff. And so anyway, this is based on a true story of a guy who basically gets detached. What's the word for that?
Detached.
Oh my God.
Detached.
Jesus. Detached from his I think they call it like an umbilical cord basically, because it is essentially like an umbilical cord. And they have to like try to get back to him before he runs out of oxygen. And so it is, one of those like kind of like with the space movies, like I don't know, is Gravity like that? There's some
it's a harrowing journey to rescue.
Yeah.
What would you do for your fellow man? That kind of movie.
Yeah. And so
how far would you go to protect him from taking his last breath?
There might have been like a couple of cool moments, like with like the anticipation of it or whatever, but for the most part it was pretty boring.
I thought it was incredibly boring.
Yeah, it was pretty boring.
But it's like they forgot they were making a movie. It was like, let's tell this story exactly how it went down. Right. And I have no doubt it went down like it went down.
Right.
But it's like, you got to add some movie stuff in there. You got to have some drama. You got to have some tension, some suspense, some thrilling moments. And this movie had none of that.
Yeah, it was pretty boring, unfortunately. And it was just wild because, well, I don't want to like spoil it. So I don't know.
Yeah, watch it. Or don't watch
or
it.
Don't.
Or look up the true story. Just look up what happened.
Yeah, apparently there's a documentary about it. And so honestly, it might be better. They're like the real thing. Okay, so this is gonna be our segment. What's Michelle watching alone?
I can just sit back and play on my phone.
You can just sit back. Okay, so I have been watching this new limited series on Netflix called Sirens, and I was interested in this one basically for the cast. I mean, we've got Julianne Moore. Is that how you say it? It's Julianne, right? Julianne Moore, and then we've got the chick from the chick from House of Dragons. She plays I want to say
Millie Alcock.
Thank you. She plays, the young version of.
Who's gonna be Supergirl?
Yeah, she plays the young version of. I already forget everybody's name in House of Dragon. Rhaenyra. She played the young version of Rhaenyra.
I thought you were talking about the show. Like, I don't know what her young version is.
And then we've got the girl from Drop and The White Lotus, season 2. Megan Foff. I don't know how to say her name.
Fahey.
You think? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's a limited series, which I was kind of bummed about. I didn't realize that at first. But I have one episode left, the finale, and I will say so far, it's been pretty good. Pretty good. It's got this like. It's I still haven't like quite figured out what it is. It's got this like mysterious element to it. I feel like there's going to be some kind of like twist at the end. Like
do they sing?
No, they don't sing. No.
Are they drawing men in?
No.
Through some means?
No, so basically just to give you a quick little.
Isn't that what a siren is?
Just to give you a little plot here. Julianne Moore, she plays this like very wealthy woman, okay? And I want to say she lives in the Hamptons or something. I probably should know that. But she's very wealthy, and Kevin Bacon is also in this show, and he plays her wife. Kevin Bacon plays her husband, and she just has this like very like mysterious thing going on. You don't really know like what they do, basically, kind of thing. There's just something weird going on. And then what's her name again? Millie plays her assistant. Okay. And then the other girl, Megan, she plays Millie's sister. And it's like that typical story, two sisters who are very different, and basically the Megan girl shows up and kind of wreaks havoc on Millie trying to start a new life, making something of herself. But anyway, there you go. If anybody's interested, I feel like it's worth checking out. Again, it's just a limited series. I want to say
sounds
it's
like The Devil Wears Prada.
No. It's much more interesting than that.
Wow, shade to The Devil Wears Prada. One
well,
of the most beloved movies of the 2000s.
Devil Wears Prada is, a chick flick. Like, this has some like mysteriousness to it. It almost gives me like.
Give me a money.
It gives like I don't know, like it has a little bit of like Stepford Wives kind of vibe to it. I don't know. It's just weird. Like I said, I don't have it all figured out yet because I think that there's going to be like some kind of twist. But anyway, and then the last thing.
Oh my God.
The last thing. I've been watching season 2 of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and I just freaking love this show. It's so entertaining. I definitely went through a reality TV phase. I used to watch like the Real Housewives of all the different, counties, states, whatever.
You say what I watched, trash.
But yeah, so I actually just have one episode left. I'm so sad about it. I've been trying to make it last, but it is what it is. I love the show. It's so entertaining. And
isn't there like 100,000 of these kind of shows though?
No, they're not
streaming.
They're not. Well, this is not like related to the Housewives shows.
I know, but I'm just saying like this.
I mean, yeah, similar.
You could watch
for sure.
But
this one is focused on Mormons, but it's actually not like they they label it as Mormon wives, and like some of them are in the Mormon church, but they like put very little focus on that, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're part of like they're also part of the Mom Talk. It's like a thing on TikTok, which I've never joined TikTok, so I like never got into it. But apparently they started on TikTok, and that's how, you know, Hulu found them to start a show. There was like this whole like swinging scandal. Some of the some of the girls in the Mom Talk, they were like swinging with each other, and that's kind of how they got noticed and how Hulu like picked them up and was like, we're gonna make a show about this. But anyway, very entertaining shit. I love it. I eat it up. Like, I hate that I have to wait for another season, like probably a year or something, but
Trash.
I love it.
Trash.
I love it. Okay, that's it, guys. That's what I've been watching by myself. What do I do again?
You take it down.
remove.
Well, you didn't make me a fancy graphic, but I watched The Studio with Seth Rogen, and I enjoyed it. That's all
Yeah,
I'll say.
I was not a fan of that show. Just like watching it in the background, it's just very chaotic, and I'm not into that kind of show. It reminds me of The Bear. I couldn't get into The Bear either because it's just like so chaotic and so I just can't do it.
Well, I mean, basically, you got Seth Rogen. He is the lead of a fictional movie studio, and it basically is just commenting on all the
It's making fun of
crazy
Hollywood.
things. Yeah, it's a commentary on the silliness of Hollywood,
which is, I don't know, the humor for me, it's a bit like
it's like The Office, but set at a studio. Like Seth Rogen is like Steve Carell.
Okay, let me ask you this though, because there is going to be another season. This is definitely a shtick show.
Yeah, for sure.
You love that word. And do you think that you're going to continue to like this shtick of making fun of Hollywood?
Yeah, because I think they keep the references fresh enough,
Yeah.
you know, and they're deep enough as well. Like, it's not surface level references. Like, they start talking about Encino Man randomly for like 30 seconds at a party.
Mm-hmm.
And then they talk about Demolition Man. Like, Catherine O'Hara brings it up for like 15 seconds. I don't know.
Like that one episode.
Like the movie references, I'll always enjoy that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny. Like, not every episode's a banger. Like, I didn't think the finale was great.
Like, don't get me wrong, I love like when you can make fun of yourself or whatever, but like, I don't know, I still don't just love it. And then also like that episode where with everybody's just extremely annoying. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
like with Dave Franco, oh my God.
It's
he you know, it's like the episode where they're like high on shrooms or something, and he was just like, he would not shut up, and I'm like, get this guy off screen.
Yeah, I mean, it's very like frantically directed. I don't even know what you would call that style of filmmaking, but it's just like in your face, just like,
and it follows like it.
Yeah, like one shot, like, I don't know, it's just very messy, frantic, camera zooming around.
Yeah, and I don't like that.
Characters and stuff. Like,
but I also have anxiety, so it just makes me anxious.
It's very fast paced. But the episode where he has to give Ron Howard the notes about his movie being too long, that might be my favorite episode. I don't know. That was pretty funny. That was pretty funny.
All right. Let's read a few more comments and then we'll get out of here. Let's see. Maria said that it is HBO for Derry, I think. We got Chi-Town. Chai. I think we say Chai, right?
Chi-Town.
Bud, hello, yacht. Ken, do you like the Japan ring or the American one? Thanks. Oh, do you like the Japan movie Ring or the Ring? Or wait.
The Ring.
Yeah, the Ring. Or the American one.
I've still never seen the Japan one. I have it, but I've not watched it.
Hopefully with the new Harry Potter being done as a TV series, not films, we'll give a little bit more time to tell more of a story, but we'll see.
Yeah, it is supposed to be a TV series. Oh my God. The movies are already boring enough. You got to drag that out for
Jason says, enjoyed Mickey 17 till the third act. Yeah, it definitely, got a little wacky.
I enjoyed it until after the first 10 minutes.
Shut up. I'm canceling HBO Max. I will get it back next year when the new Game of Thrones comes out. You mean House of Dragon? Because it got delayed till next year.
Speaking of delays, didn't the Avengers movies get delayed like 3 times or something?
Yeah.
When are those coming out now?
Yeah.
Is it like 2027 or something?
I can't remember. That's a good cast besides Mark Ruffalo. Did you hear that the House of the Dragons might be delayed until 2027 because of the new Game of Thrones show getting delayed and will be coming out next year?
I didn't even know there was a new show.
Yeah, I didn't either. I thought you were talking about House of the Dragon.
What the hell?
Robert Pattinson's voice sounds strange. Yeah, he definitely has a weird voice. We got Caveman Movies and more in the chat. 65 watching, 44 likes. Come on, hit it. It's free. Please and thank you. That's right.
We're over 50 now.
Thank you. What movie have you only seen once and hate it, but want to give it another chance? Master and Commander bored me years ago, but I want to give it another shot. That's a good question.
I mean, I think that's one for me because I watched that years ago and didn't like it very much. I also didn't like Kingdom of Heaven. That just got a 4K that I didn't buy because it's too expensive. I don't remember liking that, but I want to give it another chance.
Honestly, I can't think of anything. I would have to think of that for a bit.
I know Midsummer's one I've been wanting to return to.
You've seen it more than once, though.
I have.
So it's like, how many times do you give it a chance? I don't.
Well, I don't know. You know, movies change.
Not worth getting mad at, you guys. Hell yeah, Michelle. Movie is not good.
Nobody likes Fear Street Prom Queen.
Kevin Bacon is playing the wife or his wife. I'd rent that for $1. Yeah, he was the husband. Swinging Scandal. I may have to check this show out. Yeah, I mean,
Cody wasn't on TikTok when all that stuff started going down.
There's lots of, cleavage. Like the intro is very like dramatic. They're like coming out of water with their, tits hanging out. Ken comes in.
He said, I may want to check this out. She goes, yeah,
Ken
there's lots of cleavage. He didn't even mention that.
Well, he's talking about swinging scandals. So I'm just keeping it sexual.
Like, yeah, there's lots of cleavage.
Do you know what swinging means?
Baby, yes, I know what swinging means.
Okay.
Jeez,
swinging and cleavage are both sexual, right?
Yeah, but one doesn't necessarily have to mean the other.
Okay, but they're related.
Have to go together.
I'm just making a joke, like he is. I hear the studio and the bear are excellent.
Very similar styles, filmmaking styles, I'd say.
I liked Last Breath, saw it in theaters, didn't think it was boring. Well, that's good.
Well, maybe it was better in theaters. Maybe it was better.
What's up, guys? Ken looks fantastic.
Thank you, Christian. I appreciate that.
See, I feel like Christian's a troll. He left that comment on a video, and I'm like, are you being serious? You're being an asshole? I can't tell.
Michelle, it's because you never think I look fantastic. So anytime somebody says it, you always get a little what am I trying to say?
Well, I asked you. I'm like, is he making a comment about how you've lost some weight? Is he being a troll?
I don't know if anybody can tell.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms. McFlurry machine is down. Sup, homies? Hope everyone in the chat is doing well. The Tank Buster says, what is your favorite movie with Ben Kingsley? I don't even know who that is.
Iron Man 3. Gandhi.
Marvel movies only delayed 6 months, still the same year.
I did watch the Thunderbolts. I never talked about the Thunderbolts. That was pretty good. I didn't love it like everybody did, but it was pretty good.
And I didn't see it. You saw it with our son. Greetings from Tennessee. Good to see you two. How's it going, Zach? Mike says, I gave Blazing Saddles another go after watching it a while back. Still think it's dumb and boring.
That's one of the greatest comedies of all time.
Collector Movie Man enjoyed Last Breath. Cleavage. Michelle, what kind of person do you think I am? So where can I watch this?
Hulu.
Great job, guys. Keep it up and wish you the best. Thank you so much. Ken, did you hear that we're not going to get Kingdom of Heaven? Steelbook isn't going to arrive for 3 or 4 months from Amazon.
I saw it went back up to pre-order on Amazon, but I didn't get it. It's still $60. I'm not paying it.
Big idea. Big Ideas 3. Just watched Cocktail with Tom Cruise for the first time.
Cocktail is a good one. We should watch Cocktail.
Very nice. Sexy Beast for Ben Kingsley performance. So good.
Isn't he a Sir Ben Kingsley?
All right, guys.
We're done?
That's it. Definitely a long one for tonight. Hour and a half. We gotta get upstairs.
That's what she said.
But thanks for hanging out with us on this spur of the moment live. Are we back?
Pretty decent turnout, I'd say.
Are we back? I guess you'll have to find out next week.
We'll try to be a little bit more structured and organized when we come back.
What do you mean?
I mean, I guess we were pretty structured and organized
I feel like
tonight.
it was pretty on par.
Well, how about this? We'll try to be less structured and organized next week. I think the people like it when we're less structured and organized.
Well,
but who knows if we're coming back? Who knows if we'll have another video? You never know.
I will say we are not going to say where, but we are going on vacation here in a couple of weeks, and so obviously probably won't be putting out content that week.
We're going to Baghdad.
Ken likes to make sure that content keeps rolling on his channel, but I don't know if we'll be able to pre-film anything.
We can vlog from the beach.
I just said I wasn't saying where we were going.
Well, I just said we're going to the beaches of Baghdad.
That's a beach?
Yeah.
I just think of it as like where war is.
Oh.
Baghdad.
Yeah, there's beaches in Baghdad. It's over in Iraq.
There's lots of beaches, yeah. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, we definitely don't have anything planned as of right now, so I can't tell you what's coming, but as always, just be on the lookout. And I usually try to post, on our community tab if I've got something that's gonna be coming out. So
yeah, I might clip out some stuff from the live stream, put it up.
And also make sure that you go follow me on Instagram.
Yeah,
if you don't already.
Follow Married with Media on Instagram.
Married with Media.
What are you guys doing? You're not following Married with Media? What's going on? But thank y'all so much for joining us.
Like the stream before you head out.
Like the stream. And should we just cut it?
Let's just cut it.
Kenny's got a summer rental and we'll be working on his tan.
Somebody wants to know if we're going to Japan. I wish. Not yet.
Maybe in the next 5 years or so. Whenever we build up the nerve to fly, that's when we're going.
Oh, real quick. Go to
We're taking a boat to Baghdad.
Yeah.
Oh, Michelle, I've been meaning to ask, have you seen Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret.
We did.
Check it out.
Yeah.
We watched that a couple of years ago.
It was good. It was good. I liked it. Did you like it?
That was a good movie. Yeah, I liked it a lot, actually. It
was cute.
It was a nice period piece set in the 70s. Yeah, it was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that. Kind of had some My Girl vibes, I'd say, just because of the time period.
I mean, the main character is a girl. It's kind of a coming of age story.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed watching that, being a girl, but also having a daughter that was like close to that same age. So our daughter, I feel like our daughter enjoyed it as well. So
that was a good movie. I'd recommend checking it out. Yeah. But thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you